We have here a rather interesting selection of weapons which were used in the Atlantic Wall. Some of them may have been the idea of Rommel, or that is how legend would have it. Anyway, now Rommel did believe, as I think most people would expect as well, that the invasion would happen at high tide. So these were weapons which were placed into the sea at low tide, but which would not be visible at high tide. Obviously when it's high tide, then you're closer to the land. When you actually land, there's not much beach to actually cross, and that's the logic for that one. So there you have a tree trunk with a mine or a shell on it. A tree trunk which is sticking up seawards, obviously, and which would have some form of explosive attached to it. We've got these triangular shaped things here with a mine on them. That gate there looks like something from the Romans had, but these things were actually invented by a French general, but they were used extensively in Belgian defences. In fact, in 1940 they had some 30,000 of them, and during the construction of the Atlantic Wall they were all recovered, apparently, and used in the Atlantic Wall itself. Coming around here, got these triangular shaped things, which are very easy to actually place anywhere, and it's as an obstacle. It's if you're coming across with a landing craft or something, then it's going to really do the landing craft a lot of damage. These things came from the Czechoslovakian border, which very conveniently the British and French handed over to the Nazis, and they handed over a pile of them things, which then were installed here on the wall. And that thing there, that number 5, a nasty weapon. If it's not visible, it's going to do you a lot of damage. Relatively easy to install. A few metal bars. You get a couple of people installing these things on the beach, maybe a lorry to dump them all off as you go along. You get quite a lot of them done in a day. So relatively straightforward things, but quite lethal. Of course, what did happen was, with the sheer weight of what was coming, then they really couldn't actually do a lot but be a hindrance for no more. I don't even know if it's a few minutes is right, maybe even a few seconds.